Hey everyone, it's me again, Alex. In this video, I'll talk about the next stage of my midlife crisis. Honestly, after realizing that friendship is just a concept, something each of us makes up for ourselves, I could never see it the same way again. When someone called me a friend, I'd nod, but in my mind, I'd think, yeah, conceptually. That got me thinking, what other concepts do we treat like they're real? Love, family, happiness, success, purpose. Maybe it's all just a set of stories we tell ourselves to create a feeling of order in the chaos. And then it hit me. What if I'm wrong? What if there really is that stone somewhere, etched with my personal instruction manual? Alex, chapter 3, paragraph 2. Live like this and you'll be fine. And if that stone exists anywhere, maybe it's the Bible. I mean, where else do people go for answers? YouTube comments. I used to wear a little cross necklace, and if someone asked if I was religious, I'd confidently say, yes, I'm a Christian. But to be honest, I had no idea what that really meant. I mean, seriously, is being a Christian just about wearing jewelry? If so, I could hang a spoon around my neck and call myself a soup believer. I figured if I finally opened the Bible, maybe I'd understand how to live right. Plus, I had always secretly wanted to learn the cool miracles, healing the sick with a touch, immortality, or maybe even how to summon money from the sky. Money's always tight, so why not dream big? Let's say my motivation was spiritually pragmatic. But the Bible isn't just a book, it's a brick. It's in every hotel room, shows up in movies, and always looks like something only monks or post-apocalyptic cult leaders read. Every time I opened it, I understood about 3 words per page. That's probably why there's a whole industry of interpreters, pastors, priests, theologians, and bearded bloggers. They all claim to know what the Bible really says. But why do we assume any of them actually understand ancient texts better than we do? Maybe they just say it with confidence, and we think, wow, sounds legit. Eventually, I decided to trust myself. So I started where I always do, Wikipedia. Same way I tackled the friendship concept. And boom, turns out the Bible is a collection, a compilation, not a single divine revelation, but an anthology. Like the best American short stories of 1,987, but about God. And the authors? All over the place. Moses, Isaiah, David, some guy named Matthew, Mark, Luke, basically a divine writer's room. Someone said they saw God in the book. Someone made a rule in the book. Someone had a dramatic boat story in the book. And here's the kicker. In different countries, the Bible contains different content. In some places, the book of Job is sacred. In others, it's not even footnoted. Honestly, if they made the Bible today, it might include Tim Keller or even how to write clearly. All this time, I thought the entire Bible was about Jesus. But nope, the part about Jesus is just one section called the Gospel. And even that part was written by 4 different guys, like 4 different film edits of the same story. The plot is the same, but the dialogue varies slightly. So I realized, if you want to know what Jesus taught, just read one gospel. Any of them. Matthew is a solid pick. You can skip the others if you're not into comparative theology. And honestly, the rest of the Bible, Noah, Moses, Adam, and Eve, those are like prequels. Interesting, but not essential to the main storyline. That revelation rocked me. I'd spent years thinking the Bible was one big book about Jesus and how to be a good person. Turns out, most of it is ancient Hebrew literature, a collection of stories where God makes cameo appearances. And yep, most people don't know this. Here's the wildest part. The stuff about Jesus, just a few dozen pages. You can finish it in a couple of evenings. It's like binging a mini-series. So yeah, that was my mini reformation. Spoiler, I still can't heal with touch, but at least I'm no longer afraid of the Bible. And I've stopped feeling like I owe something just because it's written on ancient papyrus. Realizing we accidentally buried Christ's teachings under piles of other stories still hits me. I'm honestly stunned by what I discovered. And then artificial intelligence showed up. I used to avoid it, didn't even know why I'd need it. All I heard was that designers, lawyers, and programmers were struggling to compete. But let's face it, no one's giving up tractors to go back to digging with spoons. That's when it hit me. AI is like a professional in dozens of fields, one I can ask for advice anytime. I couldn't exactly go quiz a priest about my discovery. I'd have to find the right one. And even then, many aren't experts. But AI, it's always there, and you can test its knowledge. And honestly, talking to it turned out to be not just interesting, but amazing. It helps people not just generate images, but actually understand things like religion, the divine, or even themselves. What follows is our short conversation, and yes, it fully confirmed what I discovered about the gospel and the Bible. Did you guys think there was something wrong with the Bible? Have you tried reading it and figuring it out? Write in the comments. Hey bro, is it true that the Bible is just a collection of stories written by completely different authors?
Hey bro, yes, it's true. The Bible is not one unified book, but a compilation of texts created by different authors, in different times, in different languages, mainly Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, with different goals and literary styles. Here's the essence. 1. Many authors and editors. 2. Different genres. 3. Different purposes. 4. One spiritual thread through all. Despite their differences, the texts are united by a spiritual line, humanity's relationship with God, the meaning of life, morality, and hope.
So is it true that Christ's teaching is only in the Gospels?
Yes, that's the direct source. The Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, these contain his words, parables, sermons, conversations, actions, and relationships. Summary. The Gospels contain the clearest record of Jesus' teachings. The rest builds upon and reflects those teachings.
So who quotes Jesus the most?
The Gospels especially. 1. Matthew contains the Sermon on the Mount, chapters 5-7, one of the longest collections of Jesus' words. Includes many parables, sower, talents, mercy. 2. John features extended monologues, especially about his divine identity and relationship with the Father. Chapters 13-17 are almost entirely Jesus speaking. Paul writes a lot about Christ, but rarely quotes him. Conclusion. The Gospels, especially Matthew and John, offer the most direct quotes. The apostles refer to him, but speak from their perspective.
Why didn't Paul quote Jesus?
Let's break it down. Here's a short, clear explanation with important context. Paul never met Jesus in person. He wasn't one of the disciples during Jesus' lifetime. He didn't hear his sermons, didn't witness the miracles, wasn't at the Last Supper. He came to believe in Jesus only after his death through a mystical encounter on the road to Damascus. That's why Paul had no personal memories of Christ, only a revelation.
If Paul did not know Christ personally, it is not a fact that he really had a good understanding of Christ's teachings. It is probably best to read another gospel.
So, did we lose or hide Christ's teaching under a pile of other stories? Deep question. Here's a thoughtful answer. 1. Was Christ's teaching lost or hidden? Not quite. The core teachings aren't lost, but we only have secondhand accounts written decades later. Jesus himself didn't write anything. The Gospels have differences, repetitions, and human perspectives. 2. The Bible is indeed a collection of many different writings, dozens of books, different times, languages, authors, styles, mix of history, poetry, law, mysticism, letters. That's why it can feel overwhelming. 3. Why is it so complex? Because people sought God in many circumstances: exile, suffering, glory. They wrote in the language of their time and experience. The Bible is not a manual, it's a tapestry of spiritual journeys. 4. Is Christ's teaching elusive? In some sense, yes. Only a few sermons, dozens of parables, some memorable phrases, but deeply meaningful. Each reader finds something personal. 5. So why read the whole Bible? Because it's the record of humanity's spiritual search. It shaped our cultures, ethics, and thought. It's a symbol, rich source of timeless reflection. My opinion, Christ's teaching isn't gone, but you do have to seek it, like a pearl at the bottom of the sea.
So yeah, turns out Christ's message is like a treasure and we're the divers. See you in the next video. Be well and stay mindful.